Right. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, or wherever you... I am dead. I'm so dead. I've been sneezing all day, and I feel like I might have a fever coming on. But it's fine. It's fine. We can do this. Yep, that's what's gonna happen. I'm going to experience a fever dream halfway through the stream, and you are all going on a trip with me. Fuck you. Okay, right. I'm living, technically. Not really, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm here. Okay. Right. Saddle up, everybody. Welcome to session 37 of the Shadows of Sorcery D&D session. Ah. I'm gonna murder you all. Right. So, last off, who wants to do the recap? Okay. Fair enough. Yep. Sorry, Mal. Sorry. I'm here. I exist. Yeah. Yeah. We're live. I'm fucked right now. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah,
Awesome.
you are. There we go. That's fixed. Okay.
We live!
Everybody lives. Everybody lives,
Yay.
not just me.
Just once. Everybody lives.
But just this
Nobody
once,
dies.
everybody lives, and I'm gonna stick a trap under you all.
No, I just hit the bodies really well this time.
You can't kill me, I've got backups!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got no idea how many backup characters I've got flying around.
I'm sure of it.
Find me behind my 17 proxy characters.
Okay. Right, so, last we left off, ladies and gentlemen, our crew of idiots, decided, what's a good idea? We'll rob a vault, and then we'll sneak out of a vault, and then we'll get ambushed by the owner of the vault, and we'll kill the owner of the vault, and we'll go back into the vault to rob more stuff. And then you guys chopped off a lady's arm.
Oh yeah, we've got an arm!
Yeah, where are we going
We've got
from
snacks!
here? Where are we going from here, guys?
Up,
I play rock,
guess.
paper, scissors with the arm.
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna work! Also, why has Tearspire put me back in the bloody inn? Ugh.
It's in all the way down, baby.
Oh my.
Yep, I'm dying. It's
I'm guessing we're just gonna get the hell out of the place. English is hard.
Okay. So, let me describe the scene. There is one automaton connected to the vault door, one dead on the floor in the middle of the antechamber to the vault, and one slowly bubbling pile of goop that was formerly known as the corpse of Gabriel Blackwood. Thanks to the most potent poison that exists in this universe, created from a trans person's dead name. Which, honestly,
Spoilers.
I feel is pretty damn poetic, don't you?
I prefer if the party forgot the last thing Lucien just said there.
Oh, God, yeah, I'm awfully, horribly down with the sickness right now, and apparently my brain is forgetting what I have and haven't told people. Don't worry, it was pretty indicative anyway. Where was I?
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Well, you just dead. You just outed my my player character.
Yes, apologies. Apologies. I'm pretty sure everybody knew already. It's not like it wasn't obvious, but apologies.
How? In what fashion was it obvious? All you have is that I have a different name.
Anyway,
I don't know, the multiple conversations that we have had on stream where I've mentioned the fact that dwarves don't really have a concept of gender, so I had to invent one for you. Anyway, you guys are in a basement. What next?
I still think we should have thrown Blackwood in the pool before we killed the pool.
Oh wait, how are Blackwood's remains looking right now?
Viscous.
They've been better.
Goopy.
Goopy. Black and boiling tar, essentially. Parts of it are floating, by the way.
Ugh, good grief.
As in floating in the air. Like little bubbles are floating up off his maligned corpse.
Can I make an Arcana check to just basically figure out, like, even with the most powerful revival magic, could you, like, take a vial of the Blackwood goop and just cast through revive or whatever?
Roll me an Arcana check. Sure.
Alternatively, if we just like get a bucket full of him, does that count as the body not being fully intact for the purposes of resurrection?
He just revived and he just turns up without an arm and a leg.
Vial of Blackwood. We know when he's been revived because a mini Blackwood just appears in the vial screaming at us.
Well, you could use it as a bargaining chip then.
Yeah, that's true. Also, one set my rolls loading up for me.
I'm just more wondering if the pilot.
24.
Nice. I'm just wondering if anyone would recognize the goop, or if it's just
I
goop
feel
at
like
this
it's worth
point.
pointing out that Elfie has just been talking inside of our group chat for the past 10 minutes and no one has responded to them.
What?
Elfie, we have a group chat for the actual session thing, my bob.
Wait, what? Where?
Elfie is
Where you
this call,
posted
but
the
muted 'cause
poster!
They're on their way home.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
Elfie is still coming. Elfie is still coming. Yes.
Oh
right.
my!
Fucking.
That
I'm
Lucian,
so.
are you sure you're up for this?
Yes,
Probably
it's
not.
fine. I'm just like really sick.
Hmm.
We're gonna go through the stream and we just say Lucian pass out in the chair.
No, it's fine. I just need to focus on one specific thing, and we can move on.
Oh well, yeah, book it
Cast
then on you with
teleport.
us.
It's a beach episode. Woo!
Oh,
beach episode.
Not happening, but sure. Right. So you rolled a 24 on the Arcana check, right?
Yeah.
Okay. With your not inconsiderable knowledge of magic, and a general knowledge of what looks to be some form of poison that literally moved in its bottle independently, and without getting too particularly close to the remains of Gabriel Blackwood, you're relatively certain that the only thing that could bring Gabriel Blackwood back is a scroll of true resurrection. Or some form of true resurrection magic that does not, in fact, require
All of the body.
the whole body.
Okay.
So what you're saying, we need to bury him for 200 years, so nobody can bring him back with the bleh. You know what I mean.
So
And you are also relatively certain that bringing Blackwood back after a death like this would have extraordinarily traumatic effects.
For whom?
For
for
Blackwood.
Blackwood.
I mean, it could also be on the caster. I don't know.
He just comes back and would just go slap his ass and be like, this man can hold so much trauma.
Can I cast Prestidigitation to, like, cleanse the body? To, like, just wash it away?
I mean, I can acid splash.
You tried
most of
that.
it,
It
so
did
what's
nothing.
left.
Okay. Does anyone have a bucket of water?
I've got a
The
bucket of bed.
drains? Does anyone mop down here?
Well, you can toss them in the pool if it's inactive. It's just a pool of water at this point.
Yeah, let's
Bearing in
dissolve them.
mind that someone tried to teleport through into that room earlier.
Yeah, there's a non-zero possibility that somebody's going to show up regardless now.
So
Yeah,
Yeah, but I thought it was inactive.
And the teleport is, but that doesn't mean they can't just
the
message
teleport is
somebody.
inactive now, but that doesn't mean that they can't find other ways to get here.
Ooh. Oh god, why did I just imagine somebody reactivating the portal and the body of Goop just woof off at the other side?
I suggest that we do whatever we can to slightly more deaden the boss guy, and grab as much as we can shove in our pockets because there are still guards upstairs and leave.
Can we distinguish where his head is on this body? In this pile of goop?
From the
You kind of
clothing,
know
possibly.
vaguely which direction he fell, but at this point, it's mostly goop and maybe some remains of a skeleton.
Can we, like, use one of the shields to, like, just slowly scrape the remains into the pool of water in the teleport room?
I was just thinking of splitting them up into pieces.
I mean,
Scattering
need I
the four
clarify?
corners of the earth.
There is not much left of him. He is mostly
I want there
bones.
to be less left of him.
Exactly!
He is mostly bones and maybe some goop turned flesh and an enchanted waistcoat filled with goop.
No, we want to atomize them. Make them atoms. Bits of...
Aerosolize him.
Exactly!
Well, I mean, you can try, but you don't have much time.
Let's
Okay,
Febreze this asshole.
I will pick up. I'm presuming this stuff is the goop safe to touch.
No
No.
idea.
No.
And somebody
But it might-
somebody check if the goop is safe to touch.
This is
before-
why I'm like, just scrape it with the shield over to the pool, okay?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
this is...
Okay, Ingvar takes out, like, you know, that old rusty sword short and just kind of pokes at the goop.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to use it anytime soon.
You poke the goop. The goop sticks to the end of your sword, and then slowly starts crawling up it.
Ah!
Do you keep the sword?
I missed that because my bloody phone started ringing.
Do you keep the sword?
Hell no, if it's got goop on it.
Getting
The goop starts crawling up the sword. You drop it on the floor. Eventually, the goop encases the sword entirely, up to the handle, but then just kind of becomes inert.
Well, I'm glad I
Brooke
used the
says,
old
Let's
rotten...
get out of here. Apparently.
Yeah. I'm just glad that was my old rusty sword. I'm
Okay.
gonna see what the fuck she wants. Hold on.
Right. I want to like. Is there some way that I can pick up the magic coat and just like shake the goop out of it? One moment, the DM is retching.
As a note, last session, the librarian attempted to use prestidigitation to remove the goop from said coat, and it would not come out.
Okay, right. I mean, that was just cleaning it, but yeah. Okay.
You can try and shake it out if you want, but it does mean picking up a goop-infested waistcoat.
Yeah, it does.
I am become Venom.
Oh,
We are Blackwood.
gods.
That sounds like a pretty decent corruption arc, honestly. Okay, I will... Do I have a longer sword that I'm not currently using? Let me see. I have a short sword that I've literally never used. Okay, I will use my short sword to, like, shove the waistcoat and goop into the water in the teleport room.
Okay. Oh, sure. Okay. God.
Lucian.
I'm fine. I'm just really sneezy at the moment. I'm gonna open a window. Okay, so you take the short sword and you push it. You push the body into a pool of minorly enchanted water, full of what were formerly glowing sigils. You watch as all of the glowing sigils that are touched by the goop slowly go dim and turn dark, as seemingly the magic is drained out of them.
I'm fine with this.
Oh, that's anti-magic goop. Oh. Oh no.
Makes a note. Find anti-magic orb.
Okay, with that business done, I think our pockets are sufficiently full, and Prod keeps tugging at my at my sleeve like a whimpering puppy to leave. So, let's make our escape, shall we?
Good idea.
Yep, I'm okay with that.
A 7-foot puppy, Jesus.
Okay. So, you begin your exit.
I sense a roll coming up that we're about to horribly fail.
You begin your exit. I would like you all... Actually, are you doing this quickly or are you doing this stealthily?
Stealthily, because we heard people trying to access the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Group stealth check, please.
Oh dear.
Baseball, baseball. Yeet!
Nice.
Good lord. Plus whatever that. Plus
Man,
5.
that's a natural 20.
I was going to say.
Ooh, that's a good
Okay.
roll for me as well, actually. That is a 21 for me.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Okay. And could someone... I'll roll. Well,
That's about right for Pro.
that's about right. Okay. So, the four of you begin your ascent out of the basement, up the stairs, and towards the kitchen of the Blackwood Manor House. As you reach the top of the stairs, Darren, I'm assuming that you are leading the pack in this.
As the resident authority on stealth, yes.
Yes.
I know we're
You
screwed.
start to hear voices, not in the room that follows the stairs, but just on the other side. Sounds of discussions happening regarding a possible home invasion, regarding the fact that apparently the Baroness Vorsina Utrecht Hamora has been alerted to this intention, the fact that they've heard that Lord Blackwood might be dead.
Well, word travels
Because
fast,
he
apparently.
hasn't come back from his original trip to actually check on the vault, which the Baroness knew about. And you also hear someone saying, "Look, we have to go and check on the vault. There's nothing else we can do. It's protocol." And as the four of you step into this room, what are you going to do? You have two
What if
options. Hallway, where there are people, or back door, where you don't know if there are people.
No, where's the third
Doesn't
option?
one of
Just
us-
stab a bitch.
You hallway where there are people. Stab a bitch.
My vote is for trying to get out of here as stealthily as possible, because as soon as they find out it was us, then we become public enemy number 1.
Yeah. Out the
Well,
best bet would probably be out the back door.
Out the way we came in. In the
Yep.
way we came out.
Oh my.
And then we shake it all about.
We do the hokey cokey. I was with 3-year-olds. I've been doing that today. I don't need any more of it.
Now you're with older 3-year-olds.
Trust me, you're still
Don't
the
do the
3-year-old.
3-year-olds.
phrasing.
What?
What?
I don't know.
It said now you're with older 3-year-olds.
Oh.
What did you think I fucking said?
We know what we. Oh. Okay.
Hey,
okay,
let's move on.
okay.
on.
Does my 21 stealth allow me to like sort of get some notion, maybe a slight quick peek of what is beyond the back door?
You take a look. I'm just gonna count your group stealth check as it is. You don't see anyone out back. You do see a torchlight disappear round this corner. And you also see more torchlight coming around the other corner at the other end of the house.
Okay.
But for the moment, this area is clear.
Right.
Can we just yeet over the fence?
So there was somebody leaving here, and then there's people arriving ostensibly here.
Nope, other way
Correct.
around.
Other way around? Okay.
Do we see the person with the torch coming towards us at all?
Nope, you just see torchlight approaching around the corner.
Yeah, like, do we see the torch is what I'm asking. Like, is it invisible range?
You see the light, you don't see the torch itself yet.
Okay, so we don't see the torch yet. Got it.
Okay, we can either. Going out the front door is going to be the worst idea. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
I
let's
think we should
not
just go out
be-
the side door.
We can
You
go
think-
out the side door, but there's people about to be rounding the house on a patrol very soon.
Yeah,
If
my
they get
question
within
is,
10 feet of us, I can snuff the torch with prestidigitation and they can't see.
If they get within 10 feet of us, they've already seen us.
Maybe.
I mean, if you plaster yourself on the wall.
Very likely they've already seen us. I mean, maybe not me, but you guys definitely.
Oh, wait, it's kind of dark, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I can use my
shadow powers.
my shadow powers. I think. I'm gonna Can I just like shadow power? I'm gotta not say shadow power anymore. Can I use my powers of schnadding to just yeet onto the other side of the fence?
Yep.
Now,
that is an
now,
option.
the
Any
proper
area
term,
that is
the proper
within
term
your
for it is
sight
sniddition.
and is in shadow, you can meld into and come out of.
I'm
It's
gonna be
coming
like,
out of the closet.
if I hug someone really small and use that power, do you think that would work?
No.
No. Okay.
It's the armor around you is filling your body with shadow and pushing you through it. You can't. do it
It's good
yourself.
guy armor. I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Summer belonged to the best guy who was then
That's guy.
boiled alive inside of it at one point.
We're fine. We're fine. None of
Roasted
its powers have
technically.
been activated. It's fine. Yeah, I will just yeet across the street, I guess, and be like, guys, I can make a distraction if you want, or I can be sneaky, sneaky, quiet, quiet. What would you like?
A distraction on this side of the house is gonna make us more exposed.
I can run round the other side
Okay, try and
and pretend to be drunk. It's not that hard for me.
They know what you look like. Make it a little bit more obscuring. But
Wait, is
Yeah,
it
dude.
Prod like a full suit of armor?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just put the visor down.
just
The abs are still
something around
poking
the
out. They are my
front
most
of the house.
identifying feature.
I know those abs anyway.
Everyone will know me by my abs.
Okay. So what's the
I'm gonna
plan?
yeet to the other. Yeah, I'm gonna yeet to the other side of the house. The house? Is that what I mean? What do I mean?
The
Okay.
manor, whatever it is
The
you want
manor.
to call it, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna yeet down onto the ground out here. Beautiful. I'm gonna be like, guys, there's a gate round the back.
We know.
Oh yeah, I entered via this. I totally was there for that.
Totally.
Okay, that is closed at the moment, by the way.
That's fine. I can get that open.
But at least it's one of us. I will then sprint. Actually, no, I best not tie ourselves at all to this crime. I'll just be quiet. You know what? It's just gonna be quiet. It's a
Okay.
rarity.
So you're gonna quietly sit at the base of this wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
Oh,
Okay.
he was seriously thinking of just eating over the wall.
If
Yeah?
I get
I mean,
evidently
it'd be
if
an
I
athletics
get
roll. Athletics or
I can catch
acrobatics?
I can
Yeah,
assist because
evidently,
I'll
if I
catch you.
get like sufficiently scared, I'm going to be invisible regardless. What about you two? Do you guys have a way to get over that?
Yeet! I've got a +5 in acrobatics.
I could probably do expeditious retreat to give myself an extra movement. I don't know if that would help at all, but yeah. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to,
I mean, if you want to vault over the fence, you can.
Okay.
But regardless of what you do, it will either be an athletics check or an acrobatics check.
Can I throw it? Can I throw the librarian? If
You've
I
already gone.
but I can come back. Shadows in it.
How many uses does the shadow
course.
ability have?
Does it have uses?
I think it has uses, does it?
Well, which
Just,
someone.
just make sure if it does or doesn't.
Hang on. Let me be good at this. Wait. Where?
Could I not lower the librarian over the fence and prod catch them?
I mean, you can do, but it'll be a strength check for you.
If this fucking place wasn't magically fortified, I would just blast it with magic missile at this fucking point.
I
It's a
do.
bonus action, baby.
I do have +4 in strength.
Okay, yeah. So you can dash through shadows at will.
Yeah. So if hang on, I'll make this make sense.
Make it make
If
sense.
Ingvar leaps over the fence and lands, I'll toss the librarian over the fence and Ingvar can catch him. Ah?
You'll have to toss me.
Oh my!
Does
I'm
anyone
gonna toss
still
the
have
librarian!
the?
Yeah!
Does anyone still have the anti-magic bauble?
Me.
Yep, Prod's wearing it.
Would
Should
that
your suit be working right now?
yeah.
Which, yeah, the suit isn't technically working right now.
Oh, I walk
Ah.
into the fence.
Yeah, you walked into a wall, my dude.
Yeah, you very much did.
I can just roll athletics. It's fine. Or is it not athletics? Sorry, acrobatics.
Like,
Well,
as a note, like the anti-magic bauble is still active at the moment, and you guys haven't taken a look at it with enough time or like experience to know whether it's possible to deactivate it.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you are aware.
Well, if nothing else, we'll let Ingvar hop over. Oh, bless you. Hop over the fence first, and then if nothing else, he can try and catch people.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna make that a
I think
acrobatics.
by the time this session is done, we will have blessed Lucian so much that God will have put us a spam.
God
That's
already
a,
put us a spam line. You already know
Jesus.
that.
No, I'm just blocked outright. I'm not registered to spam yet.
Oh yeah, that's true. No, what? I mean, I think we're all blocked. Actually, no, that's
Oh my. No, you're probably not wrong. Also, that was a 23 roll for jumping over the fence.
For jumping over the fence, are you taking the librarian with you, or are you?
No, I'm waiting for Prod to eat the librarian at me.
Okay, so
Carry me like a heavy shopping bag.
Ingvar, run, sprint, take the first step out here,
And then
launch yourself, do a somersault over the top of the fence, and drop down. 3-point landing. Your knees hurt.
I'm not surprised.
No
But you
support.
are over the
Very
fence.
dangerous.
I yeet the librarian using my athletics in it.
Roll
It's not
me-
strength or athletics.
It's just going to be a straight strength roll. Roll me strength.
Don't you think it's quite an athletic thing, like javelin? Or
Is-
shot put?
Are you trying to finagle the higher modifier?
I've got a +8 in athletics.
Okay, and what's your plus in strength?
4.
Lower than that.
Fine. Athletics.
Shot put, baby!
Ooh. Is anyone gonna catch me?
That's
Ooh.
a
The only person who could have caught you is the person throwing you.
I'm sorry, you rolled a 10?
Yep. With that's with my
Is that
bonuses.
with
That's
modifiers?
10.
Jesus.
That's one off a critical
Okay.
fail, and that's why we have a +8, baby.
Okay.
Why did I
Very
not
well.
cast fucking guidance on any of you fuckers?
Good question. Good question.
Librarian.
I got a
You
15 for strength to
suddenly
catch.
are manhandled by Prod, who picks you up, aims you like a javelin, a very floppy javelin, because you really don't have any core strength, and throws you. And you make it about a good 10 feet before your boots catch on the railing at the top of the fence, and you end up kind of slamming into the wall and dangling. You take 2 points of smashing damage.
Not passing damage.
Smashing.
I can't remember the names of things right now.
Bludgeoning.
Give me a break.
It's
Yeah, bludgeoning. There we go.
April just kind of looks up at him going, you okay up there?
No!
I climb the fence to get him off.
Hmm.
No! I tossed him, then I got him off. Amazing.
Oh my god.
Kill me! Right.
No, the content's too good.
Let go of them.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Oh,
I am
I'm
very...
very ill, guys.
I climb the fence and gently pass the delightful librarian down. I was going to call you a wizard. You're not a
Okay,
wizard. I'm
roll
sorry, I
me an
wouldn't tell you like that.
athletics check to climb the fence. Unless you
Oh,
want to
come
use
on.
your last roll.
No, I think he's gonna center himself and try again.
April just
24. Thank
kinda-
you.
There you go.
Okay. You vault over the fence, grab the librarian by the scruff of his neck, and pull him down with you.
Okay, can it be a bit more gentle than that? I quite like the librarian.
Nope, you're in a rush.
Okay, fair enough. Give you a kiss on the head as we fall.
That light
My
is getting
spine.
closer. Darren, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. Where am I? Where am I even? Oh, there I am. Okay. There. Purely for capacity to see. Okay. I'm going to sneak my way out of the door. Do I see anybody coming up?
You see a light and the tip of what looks to be a mace of some sort coming around the corner.
Right.
Uh-oh. Oh, we forgot we needed to love you.
Don't worry about it. Okay, gonna close the door behind me quietly, carefully. So no
Okay.
one suspects that we've fled out this way. And then I will make my way towards the back gate, and I am
This
invis the second he
person-
comes around the corner.
comes around the corner. Okay. So you are invisible. What do you do?
Yep.
This person is coming down this.
Are they
sort of
hugging the wall
pathway.
or the
They are
fence?
not hugging the wall. They're kind of standing in the center.
Okay, I will hug the wall and try not to breathe.
Oh, for good then.
With a stealth roll of 21, 22, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This person sort of walks up to here, gets about a foot past you, and then he carries on.
Okay, then I'm gonna move up to the up to the gate and start opening it.
Okay.
Jump over it. Just jump over it.
No.
Roll me a lockpicking check. Actually, you've lockpicked this door before, haven't you?
I have, yes.
This would be the third
Yeah.
time.
You know exactly how to open this one at this point.
Okay, I will make sure I close it behind me,
Okay.
quietly, carefully, and off I go. And
Right.
then a Darren appears next to you three.
Just as you finish closing the gate behind you with a... It's quiet, but it's creaky. It's an old gate. You hear the sound of hooves galloping up the street.
Uh-oh.
What do you do?
Panic.
Quick
We have
save.
wild horses in here.
We're in the dark shadows in a downset
You're in the
area.
dark
I think
shadows of
we're
an
okay.
alleyway, but you can hear the sound of hoofbeats on cobble and the sound of carriage wheels.
Man, I love lo-fi.
Thundering, quite literally, up the street.
Okay, let's go down this little weird. I don't know how to explain it. The little weird stairs that look very unofficial and the back alleyway.
Yeah, that's the way we came in originally with the guard that we know.
Go! Go!
That way.
Go! 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 Go!
Okay, go.
I clonk away.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to.
So you head down the stairs to the gate where there is a guard standing there on the other side, not looking at you right now. But he is there.
Knock him out.
He's guarding people from getting in, not getting out, necessarily.
Is there a lock on this side?
There is a lock, yes.
Okay.
Balls, I forgot his name.
I mean, anybody seen coming through here is going to be suspicious. So
Wait, do you have sleep prepared?
I don't need to prepare it, but yes, I have it.
I
The
mean,
question is,
worth a
will I
shot.
roll? The question is, does he have 40 or fewer hit points, and do I roll high enough?
He's a guard. I feel like less than 40, surely.
Okay. Trying to. I'm gonna summon forth the sensation of drowsiness and hope it works. I guess.
Okay. Roll those dice.
Eh.
Oh, good lordy. Dice explosion.
31.
31.
Ooh.
Meets it. Beats it.
Not quite.
Oh.
By 2 points.
Okay.
Does it do anything then?
You watch
He
as
yawns.
the guard sort of slumps against the wall. And sort of becomes very drowsy, becomes very sleepy. His crossbow sort of hangs down at his side. He lets go of the lantern that he's holding. And that crashes to the ground, and he's suddenly awake again and looking around. But he no longer has a lantern.
Well, that makes it darker at least.
Wait, don't we have the key for this?
We do. We just need to not get caught by the guard.
I mean, he can't really see us well in the dark, so maybe just open the door and rush past. Can we make like a bluff check or something to try and make it seem like we're very official nobles?
Again, anybody that comes through here is going to be, like, suspect.
Well, yeah, but like maybe with the drowsiness and everything else, it's like this is a roll to see like, oh, does he actually notice this is someone to be suspicious of, or even take notice of details about us?
Hmm. Am I
Like-
hidden from him currently?
You're still invisible, right?
No.
You're all hidden from him. He
Okay,
can't see you.
right,
He's
right.
not looking at you. He's looking down the alleyway away from you.
Okay. Knock down one of my level 1 spells, because that was useless. Let me see here. I'm gonna try and command him to fall asleep.
Okay.
And because I'm currently hidden, he gets disadvantage on his saving throw.
Okay, and that's a wisdom
So
save, correct?
I creep up to, yeah, it's a wisdom save. I creep up to him, like behind the gate, just get my mouth close to his ear on the left, and say, "Sleep."
Okay. That is a 3 and a 7. He does not succeed. You watch as his arm goes slack, his eyes flutter shut, and he leans back, yawns loudly, and sort of leans back against the wall, folds his arms over one another, and just falls asleep for the next however long he stays asleep for.
Okay, we can open the gate now.
We do that.
Okay.
Whee!
You close the gate.
You open the gate, you close the gate, you open the gate, you close the gate.
I don't
Okay.
exactly know from whence my magical powers come from, but we probably are getting very close to exhausting them, so kindly stop relying on me so much.
I'm sorry.
I'm out of magical juice.
Whilst he's still sleeping, I close the gate and take the bolts out of his crossbow, or
Okay.
like out of his.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
He's asleep, man.
It can still wake
He's
him up.
asleep. He can still wake up.
Oh shit! Sleight of hand.
It's Dex.
The base component of command only lasts for 6 seconds, so after that he can wake up if
Okay.
he's disturbed.
You know what? Then I won't do that. Then actually, no. I said I would. I'll do it. Is anyone gonna cast guidance? Just a little bit.
Oh, I cast
No
guidance.
juice.
Here's some magic litter.
Thank you. Okay, plus guidance, whatever your what is
Yeah,
guidance?
plus 1d4.
Don't die for me, babes. Oh, that's a 20,
20.
babes.
That's a 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Also, Nika's wedding, right?
You go through and steal all his crossbow bolts, and while you're at it, you also notice he's carrying a small pendant on his belt. Do you want to take that too?
Nab it. I'm a good guy.
Nab it or nah?
Oh, as in steal.
Yeah, nab it. Okay.
Nab it.
Okay, so yeah, you take a small pendant, which I will describe to you once I open my obsidian notes.
And then I'll as we're running away, I'll lob it over to the librarian to identify.
Definitely is some jewelry.
So it's not a enchanted item, I will say.
Okay.
Uh,
Don't mean
but-
it couldn't be magic.
well,
I
it
will-
is a guardsman's pin, which means that it is essentially a guardsman's symbol of being a guard of Farrenholm in the higher districts.
It's his mark of office.
It's his sheriff's badge, basically.
I'll keep that. That's exactly what Prod says.
Okay.
I'm a good guy.
Keep saying that.
So,
I am.
where are you guys going? What's your next move? What's your next steps?
I feel like our next
Preferably to get the
Oh.
flip out of here.
I mean, yeah, you
I
have,
wish to
you
learn
have
how to craft a long Furby.
You have a fork in the road, as it were. You have the stairs down or the alleyway forward.
What the hell is she yelling for? I forgot. I'll give me 5 minutes. Good lord.
I'm always hanging back, like, I'm hanging back 10 feet from everyone else because I've got the anti-magic orb. And I'll let you guys decide. This guy looks like evil.
I mean, everybody in this town seems to at this point.
It might be a bit overfull.
You have been
That
handed
noise
burrito.
worries me.
I have been handed a burrito.
Okay, make sure to mark that on your inventory.
The creepy person who steps out of an alleyway right next to you hands you a burrito and walks away.
It's one of them burrito hags.
The burrito hags, yes.
That's
Yeah, they
rude.
come out the shadows, they give you a burrito, and it might be cursed or it might not. You never know.
How did you guys sneak past these people to begin with? I mean, us
We
sneak
snuck
past them.
This is the answer. And also, you like teleported us for a shadow at one point.
The answer is you didn't. You bribed.
That too.
And then I used minor illusion. We kind of snuck past them when they went to the alley originally.
Yeah.
Okay.
The keys.
Let's go back the way that we came, because that's at least one less person who has the potential to see us.
I mean, strictly speaking, we're in a no witnesses scenario at the moment. So
Wait, we're just in a fucking alley, right?
Yep.
Why don't we just do carpool with Kazuma?
Asma can only carry up to 2 of you.
Yes, they come back, they make 2 trips.
Options, yes.
not the worst plan we have.
Because it's going to be a lot easier to escape on Cosma in nighttime because it's a lot harder to see, even with the watchtowers, because they don't have floodlights or anything searching.
Not at the moment, no.
Bah.
It's either that or we risk another guard interaction.
Hmm.
So your options are stairs, forward, or Chasma Flight School.
No, God. The problem is that could Kazuma get everybody out?
Or somebody
Given
notices
it
a
enough
dragon.
time, technically yes.
I vote stairs on a
Stairs will
purely
probably-
time
Word
basis.
technically.
I mean, the stairs are going to be more stealthy than a bloody dragon.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna take stairs.
Okay. There is a gate at the bottom of the stairs. There is a guard on the other side of that gate, facing away, as was the previous gate area. It's up to you.
Well, we dismissed Kazuma, actually. So if the god asks anything, we could be like, yep, it's fine, the deal's been done.
Different guard.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
change of the guard has
I
occurred.
forgot about that. I got any
This was
more
like
sleeps
8
in you?
hours after the last
No
guard was there.
sleeps.
I could minor illusion again and try the same trick we pulled last time.
You could. That is an option, possibly.
Can I just smack him over the back of the head? Knock him out.
Wait, what is the range on that? Let me remember. 30 feet.
What about fireball?
I wish I
What?
had that one, honestly. It's one of the only ones I don't.
Do you have Fireball?
No,
I'm asking
no,
Elfie.
we don't.
No. No, I don't have fireball.
I've got fire arrows, but they're not the same thing.
I mean, those barrels by that guard look very explosive. Highly
Wait.
red of those barrels.
Wait, I have command.
Oh,
Oh,
I have command.
Okay.
I could.
I mean,
All right. Who needs magic the least? Or who has no more juice to give?
I can pull the same trick I just pulled again, but not too much more.
Well, no, the point is, Elfie is holding a orb of anti-magic, remember?
Ah, yes, there's that part.
I'm
just-
pretty much out of spells. You can give it to me because I can also do the thing of like, can we turn this off while you're doing that?
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
So
you'll
just
need at least an hour, I will say, to figure that out. Since you rolled badly the first time you tried, you'll need at least an hour to figure that one out.
I didn't roll badly. I rolled a 15 or something.
For that
you rolled
object,
poorly.
that's badly.
Okay.
okay.
You can either have an hour and have a much lower DC, or you can have 5 seconds and you'll have a very high DC, essentially.
Okay.
Ooh,
So,
I
who's
have
taking the orb?
command.
I'll take the orb. I literally only have one level 1 spell slot left and cantrips that don't really help us here.
Okay. Elfie?
What's the plan?
I will. Okay. I don't want to be a dick. Hang on.
You kind of need to be a dick in this situation.
No, but I'm being a rules lawyer dick, and that's completely different.
Yeah, it's like what I did with you can't go into shadows, you're holding the anti-magic orb.
So I have command. I don't have sleep. Command allows drop.
Command allows
flee.
you to command any single word.
Oh, so
So if you
Different
command
wisdom.
him to sleep, he will sleep.
okay.
It's. I will say it's probably. I don't know what your save DC is, but if he doesn't see where I am when I tell him to do it, he gets disadvantage on the save. So
Is it the same with me?
no, it is just me.
Just you.
That is a class feature.
So he
Okay.
he will have a normal saving roll, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I command. I do a
Okay, so you walk up behind the gate, and you commands just what's the range on command exactly?
It's pretty short.
60 feet.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, so you walk up behind him, and you cast sleep. You command him to sleep, rather, and he rolls a natural 1 on his saving throw. You watch as his lantern snuffs out as he topples over onto the floor. He's out like a light and snoozing. You can see dribble slowly going down one of his down the side of his jaw. You hear a clunk, 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 as his spear sort of rolls to a stop. He's not getting up.
Rod's
Oh, yeah.
so happy. He's like, oh, right, well, I'm a wizard too.
Okay.
He's just being a knob about it.
Right.
I mean,
The gate is open.
what can't I do?
Where do you go?
Walking through the gate. Walking
You
through
now
the
have
gate.
access to the full middle district of the city. Where do you go?
Through the gate.
Tavern.
Down
We
into the
go
ocean.
to
Just
bed,
like-
less.
Yeah, like, this when I go to the
Come back.
tavern, right?
I mean, you
Yeah.
can,
Oh,
but-
I dropped myself into the sea. Help.
Sam.
Hold on.
Bring me back.
Going up.
Man, this
Thank
municipal
you.
architecture is just subpar.
Shut up.
Let's go to the place.
Where everyone knows our name.
Let's go to the beach each.
Let's go get away.
Jive.
Well, the bad news is I dropped in from the ocean. And on the
That's
plus
fine, I'll
side,
grab you.
I found a D8 down here.
But can they swim?
You found a date? Wow, grats.
I wish.
Fish half or human half?
Disappointment half.
Ugh,
Yeah.
The siren kind of half.
yeah.
Just a goldfish.
I'm sure Ingvar would call you at least.
Uh,
Okay, yeah. Yeah, koi.
You don't. Did you really have to do a pun?
Apparently the answer is yes. Right. So you're heading to bed after committing murder and a heist.
And
It was
also-
more like a
and
justified execution and
also a maid.
stealing from the rich.
Okay, so you're heading back to the Copper Eagle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys take to the streets, and you head back to the Copper Eagle Tavern, wherein you first stayed in this city. Dawn comes on a intriguing time. You hear bustle outside as many people are running about. I'm not going to put you in the tavern for this.
No.
Let me just make it day.
Ah, my eyes!
Apologies. Okay, so you all wake to bustling, the sound of a city incredibly busy. And you also hear, well, actually, I'll let you know. As you step out into the city, you see maybe 10, 15 carts full of people just leaving. You also see posters out and about. And you hear the voice of a town crier. And the crier states this: "Hear ye, hear ye! Lord Gabriel Blackwood assassinated." And then this next piece: "Princess Adna de Ferren kidnapped.
Oh.
Reward for capture: 10,000 gold pieces."
Well, not gonna ruin our day. Let's leave the city, everyone.
Prod, fucking, not. I'm trying to think of the nicest word. Is vibrating. Is literally vibrating. He's like, there is a princess. We need to save her. We need to save the princess. We need to find the princess. We need to save the princess. We need to find the princess. We need to save the princess. He's like going up to each of you in turn, going, "We are finding this princess and saving this princess."
Okay,
It's
okay.
a princess. I'm gonna be a knight.
Why?
I want to be a knight. I want to be a knight. If I save a princess, that's a fucking knighthood.
The gold reward isn't bad as well, I suppose. But
Oh yeah, and we'll be rich, but that's okay because we'll live in the castle because she'll fall in love with me.
I don't think that's a healthy idea to have in your head from the get-go. That sounds like the basis of a very internalized self-relationship problem.
I didn't know what half of those words meant. Let's go.
Here's a book from the
can't
Neko
breathe.
Cat clan, The Great Gatsby, that I think you'll really enjoy.
Ay.
I think I was just like, I just want to go home.
Look,
So
Tibetan
you want to go on
literature is
an
nothing to
adventure?
be
We had a
scoffed at.
heart.
I didn't understand a word of anything anybody said there.
Okay. If there is a royal and they are in danger / being kidnapped, we, the cool guys, the good guys, are gonna go save her, and she may give me a kiss on the cheek, and that would be great. Yes.
Ingvar just kind of looks up at Prod and goes, "I am neither good, but cool, or anything like that. I'm just tired."
Well, we just woke up, man. Do you need another nap?
We
I
did
am
just do a
permanently
big...
tired.
Have you ever known someone
Oh.
to be fully awake having just woken up?
Yes, me. I take a cold shower every morning and then do 600 press-ups.
You know, I can believe that.
I always heard about the stories of orcs and elves being overly energetic and not needing sleep and all that, but you really do push the stereotype to its damn limit, bro.
That's a harsh assumption to make that I'm an orc.
Well, a half orc, I think. Sorry, I never asked. It's never really come up in conversation.
Yeah, we didn't have to fill out a genealogy form when we joined this party.
You didn't have to fill out the diversity form?
So,
What now?
I'm just green.
Oh.
Do you need to see a doctor
He's
about that?
obviously half orc. He's obviously completely cool with the fact that he's half orc, but also he has this really weird thing about being half orc that no one quite gets yet.
I see.
What's the other
Poor
half?
fellow, an accident at the green dye factory.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it doesn't make me less. I think it makes me more appealing to the princesses and the princes. Actually, I knew this guy once, and he goes off on a ramble about a guy who called himself Prince and did a lot of really cool singing.
I mean, he used to.
And he fucked.
Why did my brain just go as pro trying to be the next Shrek?
It's an
Todd,
ogre. That's racist.
could I ask you something before we hear more of your tales? So I have something that I kind of need to preserve.
Nah.
And I was wondering if you had access to the gentle repose spell.
Gentle repose? Probably not.
If that's the case, I'm wondering if you know any clerics in the city, or...
Well, I come from a temple of...
Calist.
Still... Calist. I'm just bad at names, okay? Of Calist, and of course, they're a temple, they probably have some clerics. They're probably gay, but we can give that, it'll take twice
I
as
can
long.
work with that.
They're all theatre kids, so it will take 3 times long as necessary, and they will sing at you while they do it. But yes.
They're going to redo Romeo and Juliet, but with this severed
can't-
arm as Juliet.
What is the intention here?
I want to preserve the body part I nicked so I could potentially use it for magical purposes later.
Okay.
That was
I am
somebody's
not doing
arm.
a singing episode, Jesus.
I have a severed
Somebody's
arm
favorite
that's-
arm.
Literally inexplicitly linked to the main villain of the next arc, probably. I feel like that might be useful to keep around.
Hey, you want your own back?
I mean, less that and more like, hey, could we curse them through this?
Okay. Well,
Or
my
use,
brain,
like, some kind of location spell.
my brain just blue screen there.
Oh, better you than Lucian again.
I will not do a musical episode while I am this ill, Neff, honestly.
That sounds like the best plan.
Oh fuck. No, that will cause your eardrums to burst.
What musical doesn't?
Many, thank you very much. Legally Blonde was quite good actually.
Why we went to Chicago?
Legally Blonde has a literal Greek chorus in it. It is one of the truest forms of art. I mean, if you want to hark back to the original plays of the ancient Greeks, I would say that Legally Blonde is the closest you'll ever fucking get. I will write a fucking thesis on this. Sorry, I have an
Heathers is
opinion.
pretty good as well.
I'm more a fan of the classics.
What, Phantom of
Bedknobs
the
and
Opera?
Broomsticks.
Shrek, the musical.
If it had Angela Lansbury in it, I probably enjoyed it.
Okay, anyway, you're heading off to the Temple of Calist, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So, as you're heading off through the city, you do hear various people muttering about how the city is unsafe. How could the royal family, how could the princess have been kidnapped, like, right under their nose? Like, why? How? is it safe to be in the city anymore? One of the highest ranking lords of the city was murdered in his own home. And that's why you can see a lot of like carts and carriages of people leaving the city right now. You also hear various whispers and rumors as you walk through the city that Lord Blackwood wasn't everything he claimed to be, and that they're dangerous people that he was working with that caused his downfall, sort of thing.
Well, they're not wrong.
So we're like going through a massive crowd of people basically gossiping, right?
Yes.
Can I use minor illusion and a sleight of hand check to spread rumors about the reason Blackwood died?
We could just do that ourselves.
I mean, ideally.
Yeah, but we're wanted technically still.
Yeah, that is technically a thing.
I will say it would be a deception check, not a sleight of hand check.
Okay, I was thinking sleight of hand for like disguising that I'm using magic, but sure. I will roll deception. I got a 23.
23. What rumor are you spreading?
Lord
truth.
Blackwood was a criminal. I'm going to tell the truth.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, it wouldn't be deception. It would be persuasion. Like-
Same thing to roll.
Same thing to roll. That's fine. Okay. So, you make your way through the crowds. You let slip on occasion that Lord Blackwood may have been a criminal. May have been lurking in the shadows with an organization that was dangerous to the city. And before the morning is through, that rumor is circulating and spiraling out of control across the city.
I want to make sure I'm also clear with, it's not just like I give something just that juicy. I also pepper in specific details, like the actual group's name.
Okay, so
I call out the Karn effect with
Karn
this.
effect syndicates. Any other details that you want to make sure are... No.
He had a
I
really
guess that he was
cool
exploiting the public, he was inciting fear, but I think that everyone knew that to a certain degree. It's just never been said. But I want that to be the narrative currently.
Okay.
That a man that was, like, basically conning this entire city is now dead. And it's actually a good thing that he's no longer
Okay.
here, instead of the kind of thing that's currently going rampant, which is, like, everyone's scared because a powerful figure died, and they don't know why.
By the end of the morning, most of the Middle District is discussing this strange rumor that Lord Blackwood was a criminal who was causing people to be hounded at their own homes, and sort of thing. Who was causing danger and damage to the city's reputation. So yeah, by the end of the morning, that rumor has circulated quite substantially in the Middle District. Okay, so the four of you head off to the Temple of Callist. The temple itself is not closed, but it's a little bit shuttered up at the moment. Only the front door is open. You see this massive sort of amphitheater-style temple, because obviously the goddess of performances and that sort of thing. And as you enter, you see a trio of acolytes come out and sort of greet you with hello, hello, hello.
You said we weren't doing the doing.
Oh god, a musical puzzle to enter! Please spare us! We come needing help!
The three of them kind of look at each other and go, puzzle, puzzle, puzzle.
Which one of you tells
Oh, you have to
Shroods? I need to get through this within 5 minutes or I'm gonna start freaking out.
All of them look very confused at each other.
So.
And one of them kind of the one in the middle, right, takes his hands and puts them over the other two's mouths and goes, "I'm sorry, what are you talking about?" And the other two, muffled as they are, go, "I'm sorry, what are you talking about? I'm sorry, what are you talking about?"
Oh
You
my God,
notice
okay,
that these three have very similar features. In fact, they look almost identical.
Is somebody using mirror image?
What do I see with magic detection with my sight?
The ones on the left and right are glowing brightly.
Okay, so they're illusions. Got it. Yeah, if you could just if you could bring us to a cleric, there's something we need to ask about preserving remains.
Of course, of course, of course. And
Just so we can talk a little fast. Yeah, thank you.
figures
Oh, it harmonizes.
lead you into the sort of central area, and not really talking. You notice that this might be a commonly annoying thing about them, but they beckon to a member of the temple and sort of indicate them to you. You notice, librarian, that these two other figures are linked to this first, person with threads of very dark magic. Almost like this might be a curse of some sort.
Oh, no, it's
Curse of some sort. Abba starts playing.
Oh, no, it's that one episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay, so I can see that, so this person has, what is it, 3 other people that are acting as illusions. Just, completely glowing. 2 other people? And now there's other people that are not illusions, but have, this thread linked to them of dark magic.
No. That one person has dark threads linking him to the illusions around him.
Ah, okay. Got it.
So it seems like this sort of repeating vocal tone thing is a curse that has literally been put on this guy.
Oh, so they're not illusions, they're just fucking cursed is what this is implying to me.
They're cursed illusions that he cannot seem to dispel.
Oh, okay. Right, now I get you. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
well, I'm
you
just
have magic vision, so you can see all this shit.
I mean, poor fucking guy.
Yeah.
No, he deserved it. He goes to the Temple of the List.
Oh,
I can
right,
tell
yeah.
you right now, he probably deserves it. We're so
Okay,
annoying.
well, I have some remains of a dear friend. I've robbed all the rings and identifying features off of this fucking arm already. This is just a
one
separate.
ring. There was
Oh,
only
yeah,
one ring.
any identifying things are gone though. Is what I'm trying to
Okay.
get across. And I just lop it on the altar or whatever table's in front.
What the sort of the cleric in front of you kind of steps back a little, looks at it
I'm
and
so
goes,
sorry.
"Right."
We need to preserve it for a potential resurrection ritual at some point. We might be able to get enough money together.
I'm on a sacred journey quest from the Temple of Callista anyway, so help us out, dude.
Right. I mean, it's not something we usually do, but and he sort of starts leafing through a book, looks down a few indexes, turns a page, sort of looks over the arm, kind of a little bit in disgust, and just kind of
Understandable.
hovers a hand across it, and you watch as this sort of purple energy filters across the arm before it then just lies there. And he goes, that'll probably hold it. Can you put that away, please?
Oh yes, of
And
course.
he's starting to look a little green.
Okay, so I want to clarify that normally in D&D settings, gentle repose is just used by clerics in preparation for a funeral.
Yeah, I'm fully aware of that.
And just making sure you want to apply it I don't usually do this.
He did just say, this isn't something we usually do.
Okay.
Except for the occasional Callista funeral, which, by the way, is a hoot.
Okay.
I hate prod. Sometimes I hate prod. I'm sorry.
The man, the cleric sort of looks at Prod and goes, Well, I'm glad to see you haven't lost your sense of humor in the past 15 years.
You seem to have changed completely. How are you doing, my friend?
Great, until you showed up. And he
I-
sort of snaps his book shut and just walks away.
What a charming fellow.
Anyway, we're on a quest to save a princess, aren't we? Fantastic.
How do
Right.
we get about knowing where they went? Like, do we know who kidnapped them? Presumably the
No, but I do have, I remember last time we came here, we chatted to a lady who was like a mentor who's grown older. I don't know if we have her name anywhere, it's fine if we don't. But can we go?
Do you have it noted down?
Probably not. Because
I feel like before we leave town, we should probably catch up with the person we made a deal with.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah. Also, I have these 3 other contracts for demons that I feel like could come in handy.
You do.
yeah. Let's actually not visit anyone else. Yeah, let's get out of here. This place sucks. Prod.
He just helped us preserve a body, right?
Yeah, and then he was a dick to me. Right.
I mean, I can double curse him if you want.
You know we have that horn.
Exactly right.
I
We do
just-
have that horse.
No, I won't. I won't do the exhaustion thing. But I will as soon as the guy's out of eyesight. I will blow the horn of silent alarm. About this guy.
And that guy, you hear as he sort of walks out of sight, goes around a corner, starts assumedly climbing up a set of stairs to the higher areas. You blow the silent alarm. You hear a shout. You also hear a sudden crash, followed by a crunch, followed by a doop, 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 doop. And then you watch as he kind of rolls to a stop at the bottom of the stairs that he was just climbing. Starts getting up, and then you all hear shtook, thump, bump, 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 as a massive crate just kind of tumbles down the stairs and lands on top of him. And he just goes
I pick up the crate with one hand, place it on the side.
Well,
It-
it's
it is
groaning.
not-
The other
it is
illusions
not
are just
a
like
small crate. It's like it's a good like 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet crate,
Prod can move that. Prod
and it is heavy.
Prod
And
will
you're
shunt it
like
off him.
20 feet away from him.
I will
um,
go up to him and shunt the thing off.
He is unconscious.
You know what? That's fine. I think the cleric will heal himself. Walk away.
yeah, that's how it happens.
Wow.
Just kicks in.
I was a dick to me. I'm a good guy. It's fine. I got the crate. He's not gonna get squished to death. It'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
Just got the word "little whore" written down. These are my notes.
Wonderful.
Just the
I
word
think that was in
"donkey."
reference to Horace.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so you exit the Temple of Callus. You have had the arm preserved for what it's worth.
It's the emotional value.
Uh-huh. So where are you headed? My brain is not able to catch up with anything right now, so you
I-
guys have
honestly,
had to take the lead on
let's-
this.
Head to that bar that the demon lady's normally at.
Yeah,
Pillar
that's where I want to
stoop.
go.
Okay. So you head down to the Low District, which is a bit more like the working class area of the city. More like dock workers and the like. You head down to the Pillar Stoop, which is quite literally right underneath the castle and everything. But it's a lot more run down than most areas of the city. And you head down here, and yeah, there is the Pillar Stoop. And you enter and you see Deranax Vaughn sitting at a back table-ish. Do you approach? Or do you look for something else?
I guess I do at the very least.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm muscle. I'll just be over at the bar, and I'll have a swig because I don't do the talking.
Okay. So, you all approach Deranax, and she sort of sits. She's sitting in a sort of a nice-looking chair. And you notice, the first thing you notice is that even though she looks similar to how she did before, she also looks younger and sitting up a little straighter and looks more confident in general, as if the breaking of the contract has brought along some sort of weight having been lifted off her shoulders in a more physical sense than maybe you originally thought. And she sits at the table and goes, "Well, so we can trust your word after all. I'm impressed. Not just with the heist, but with the state you left our mutual acquaintance in afterwards."
Oh yeah, they got liquefied.
Well, it's
Liberty.
bad business not to keep your word.
Okay. Sorry, I have to wipe my nose. Anyway. She kind of looks at you all and goes, "Well, our agreement is settled. So why are you here?"
Confirmation, mainly.
Okay.
And the other contracts, maybe?
Yeah, we have those as bargaining chips. I'm sure you would be interested in a few demon contracts, surely.
Contract?
Well, you
Sort of
weren't the only
leans
one
forward.
that Blackwood had on contract per se. There appear to be 3 others.
She sort of, one of her eyes sort of go a little wider than they were before, and she kind of looks at you and goes, "I'm not aware of any other devils contracted into Blackwood's service. At least not on the mortal plane."
Are the human-made contracts written in Infernal or Common?
They are written in Common.
Can I take out the contracts and look for the names of the people indentured?
Okay, yes. So, the first contract that you pull out is written out as... God. Hold on. Right. So, the first contract written out is to an Etrin Lan. Okay? The second, and I need to look this name up to make sure that I have it right. Where did I put this?
Somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Okay, the second is to Dit Nan For. Did none for.
Interesting name.
And the third is the most interesting one. The third one that you pull out is this. The first two are sort of like normal contract scrolls. They're a little bit spiky. They've got black iron on them. The third one that you pull out, and you didn't really notice it before in your rush, you pull it out. It's this big, thick scroll. Much, much more detailed. It has gold embroidery across parts of it, and these small rubies at each tip on the scroll holder. And you unroll it. And you notice that the names, the signature on this, is just one name, singular. That of Asmodeus.
Oh no.
And as you unscroll it, you notice that these sort of strings of red energy are roiling through the page itself across the writing. And you unscroll it, and Daranax immediately takes a step back.
Woo, baby, let's.
I'm just gonna wrap this one back up. Before I do that, I just want to take a peek at maybe like one of the details of the contract, like what they were contracted to do.
Okay. Roll me a perception check for this, if you're just taking a quick peek.
15.
15. Okay. You don't get too far in. It is a very big contract. You don't get too far in. But you note that one of the stated objectives is spreading the influence of Asmodeus and other devils in exchange for protection when called upon is one of the stated agreements.
That didn't help them very much, did it?
I think he was in an anti-magic field. I think if he got the opportunity to call upon Asmodeus, we would have been fucked.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Well,
Although, imagine if my one hit was on Asmodeus.
I don't think it would have worked. No, it would, yeah. It's one time. It's not person-specific, is it? It just won't hurt you.
Correct. Imagine the fallout if I murdered Asmodeus in a single hit.
Ah.
Uh,
A lot of tieflings would be very surprised suddenly.
yeah. No more paychecks from Dad.
But yeah, like... We've got a couple of good ones here, I think. From your reaction.
She sort of looks haughtily about and then says, "If you know what's good for you, you will lock that contract in a chest and throw it into the ocean."
Might do.
Yeah,
Maybe.
strong,
That
strong
contract.
I'm to
ass.
read it first.
With the death of Lord Blackwood, that is a very powerful contract. And it will transfer, upon Lord Blackwood's death, to the last person who touched it.
Would that be the
Uh-oh.
librarian?
And you notice, Librarian, that even though you've put the contract away, you can still see a red string connecting the tip of your index finger to the contract in your bag.
You might want to rip. Can you rip it
Yeah,
up?
this is a human-made contract. Goodbye. I'm gonna just rip it up.
You're gonna rip it up? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be in service to one of the worst devils in the 9 circles of hell.
Roll me a
Literally,
strength
the
check.
head honcho.
It's paper!
Roll me a strength check.
It's a enchanted contract paper.
Okay, a 6.
You pull it out and you start to try and rip it apart. It's like you're trying to tear iron.
Guess that's what they mean when they say.
Hey, Prawn, can you
these
help me
things are
out here?
bad.
Rod gives it a go. Strength.
Roll me strength.
7.
The fuck?
No,
A +5.
this is not bad.
This is the dice reinforcing the narrative, everyone.
Dice
Morning, Rod.
reinforce the narrative.
Well, the narrative is it should be easy for a human to destroy these, not hard, but I guess it's so powerful.
Yeah, let's go.
Just handed Ingvar gives it a shot, I guess.
Yeah, you try. Everyone have a go, I guess. We're
I
having a...
just feel like if we rip it up, we might release Asmodeus in this dingy little pub, and I want to save the princess first.
That's
Okay,
a
I
23.
Oh.
23. Okay. You take the contract. And as you start to rip, or try and rip, through this page, your fingers start to go numb. And a numbness travels up your body. And suddenly your vision goes black.
Oh fuck. What have I done?
Do I see, like, any changes to them physically while they're doing this?
Yes, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh.
For now, everybody else, deafen up.
Oh, great.
It's time for Ingvar to have some one-on-one time.
Oh boy.
Balls.
Okay.
Beep.
So, Ingvar. The world fades from view. Everything around you disappears into nothingness. And then a voice. Well, well. Such insignificant creatures like you. And yet... And you feel yourself step ethereally into some form of plane of existence. Great black iron spires pour up from the ground as if molten lava had encased them and built them up. And you see far ahead of you a great being. One massive head with 6 horns, each horn with a small celestial body orbiting the top. Arms, 6 of them, 3 pairs, holding onto the tops of large iron towers, a body with wingspans so wide that it could probably crush a city. And you see this being stare down at you and goes, "You saw the death of my pet, and he did not go as he was bound. So now, his debt becomes your friend's. His price is paid. Your friend's is not." And you watch as this great claw slams down in front of you and rakes away at the black cobblestones before you, revealing pulsing veins underneath. 3 years. That is the time left on the contract, or your friend's soul and 400 others are forfeit to me. I wish you luck. And your vision blinks back to reality.
Good lord.
That's the symbol for comeback.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Ingvar just kind of looks a bit shaken.
So,
You're
librarian,
okay,
you
man.
asked about whether you saw something in reality or not. The answer is yes. Ingvar's eyes went pure black, and then he dropped the contract.
Okay,
The contract is unharmed.
do I still see the red string from my finger to the contract, or no?
Yes.
Oh boy. Actually, wait a minute. Are we all huddled around?
I guess we're
Mhm.
around a table.
We haven't deactivated the fucking magic orb, anti-magic orb yet. How is he contacting us?
He's
Who
Asmodeus.
knows?
Okay.
I'm guessing you just had a chat with Asmodeus, Lord of the Ninth.
Yeah, you could say that. Yes.
Is he nice?
No, not really. In a nutshell, if we, it's something like if we don't fulfill that contract, isn't it? Like,
Oh no.
apparently there's 3 years left on that contract before your soul and about 400 others is forfeit to him.
Does it mention which 400?
No, he just said 400 souls.
Oh, I fucking hate dealing with devils.
He didn't even give me any details of what this contract is. He just said 3 years.
I mean, that's plenty of time, right?
What do you mean?
What do you get in return?
He didn't say.
I guess he's my infertile sugar daddy now, but that's about it.
And if
I
anything,
don't like
it's
this.
down, isn't it?
The only other thing he mentioned was that Blackwood had paid his debt, but you had not. Never mentioned what the
Roll me a
debt was.
quick perception check for when you were in that space, Ingvar.
Where's my perception button? I know the dice, but... Alright, hold on. Where's my camera all the way up? Yeet! That's a 5.
You were fucking terrified. You saw nothing. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Well, I guess I have some midnight reading now to figure out how to not forfeit my soul in 3 years.
It's nice to have a goal.
And that's where we're going to take a quick break so that I can deal with stuff and have something to eat. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, everybody. Go grab something to drink, something to eat, etc., etc., and we'll be back with some more of this. We are back. We are
Oh,
back.
no.
And it is time. It is time.
To duel.
God damn it.
Okay, so. The four of you are sat around the table speaking to Daranax. And Daranax looks fucking freaked at this point.
Don't blame
Like, her contract was pretty nicely emblazoned. It had some nice swirlies on it. The other two contracts look lesser, honestly, in comparison to what hers looked like. But the one with Asmodeus looks insanely embellished. To the point where you can, now that you're actually looking at it properly, you can see small tears in the paper that seem to have been filled in with magma. Like, it looks insane.
That is the most metal Kinsuko I've ever seen.
But yeah, and it looks like it's big enough that you could probably hit someone with it and knock them out, basically.
What's its damage modifier?
You're not using the contract that's gonna end my life in 3 years as a bludgeoning improvised weapon.
I don't know, they might bludgeon it so hard it becomes invalid.
Daranax, you're no good lawyer.
Daranax kind of looks like she looks like she's having a hard time even being this close to that contract. She looks at it and goes, very, very few people deal with Asmodeus. Honestly, there's maybe 3 contracts with Asmodeus in this world. And,
Apparently
I
we
doubt
have one of them.
any of them could be lawyered out of.
Well, what we could do... Okay, hear me out, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. We could... I love you. he's saying this to Librarian, I love you. We could get some geezer to touch it, kill you, and then have like a scroll of like undead where you undie, and then it'll just be the other guy. Just like we'll just do a double like we did with the... Yeah?
You know what? You're correct. The condition's death. It doesn't mean that my soul has to leave.
Are you suggesting that we, like, Buffy Faith Asmodeus?
Exactly. Asmodeus is the master, and this is how we get away from them.
Yes.
Also, have we all started collectively rewatching Buffy at the same fucking time?
No, we're just making a lot of very prescient references to it today.
Okay, it's just in the zeitgeist, I suppose.
Apparently, unfortunately.
But yeah, I'm cool with that.
Let's
we
not
could
kill
probably...
you right now, but with that,
I mean, I'm
feel
good to
like...
die.
I mean, as a note,
You're gonna die
probably-
either way. It might
you
as well
probably
be on
wanna
your own
take a look at the
terms.
fine print as a note, but you know.
Yeah,
Let's read it first.
I'll read it. What does it say?
No, let's not read it right
You're
now.
reading it, are you
I think-
reading it here, or are you reading it later?
No, because I think if I opened it again, Daranax would fucking spontaneously combust or something.
Possibly.
Let's go back to the tavern/inn after we save the princess,
Okay.
or at least get some info on the princess.
So,
'Cause I
as
wanna kiss a
you guys are
princess.
getting up to leave,
I hope she's not my sister.
Oh my god, I just realized what we could fucking do.
Oh.
We have a
Okay.
contract that if you touch it, it transfers you if the person who previously had it died. We have the severed arm of the next villain.
Yes, the fine print. She could probably summon Asmodeus.
That's a good thing or a bad thing, though.
That's a pretty bad thing.
That's
She
a
also
bad
has to,
thing
like-
for us if we're killing her.
Okay.
Okay, so as you're all, are you all bidding goodbye to Deranax, or?
I feel like we came here wanting to get information. We've left with a curse. So maybe we should ask, like, if they have any leads on any of the things that we were thinking about before I got cursed.
Ask away.
Do you have any leads on who kidnapped the princess? And do you have any leads on the poison villainess of the card effect? Or not poison, necromancer lady. I cannot remember her name for the life of me. I don't have it anywhere in my fucking notes.
The Baroness. And the kidnapping, yes. The kidnapping was retaliation, as far as I'm aware, for the death of Lord Blackwood. The Carnifex Syndicate have seen fit to, since Farrenholm is the city that Blackwood presided over, to steal away something precious of theirs, as something precious was taken from the Carnifex. As for the Baroness, her home domain, you might call it, is far, far to the west. Apologies, far to the east, far to the northeast. It is a city called Necronir. It's not a pleasant place, and, well, let's just say most of it no longer exists after the calamity, after the cataclysm. But if you're looking for her, that's probably where you'll find her. As for the princess, I have no idea where they would take her. But on the bright side, I don't have to deal with any of that anymore. And as she's saying this, you all hear a sort of the sound of marching boots, essentially. And you all turn. A lot of the patrons in the bar are kind of turning to look outside, until suddenly a large armored figure steps into the tavern, the bar, and sort of proclaims in a very stately voice. And they're wearing the armor of a high district guard, essentially. Like, it's full breastplate, greaves, bracers, helmet with faceplate and everything. And you don't see high district guards down here, usually. And you also, like, you look past them and you see there are rows upon rows of different guardsmen standing outside the bar. And this stately figure walks in and states, "By the order of the High Regent Lanfa Zegris, all establishments within the Low District are closed until further notice. There is now a curfew in place. We request all residents of the Low District to return to their homes immediately. Anyone found on the streets past the hours of 5 p.m. will be arrested. You have been warned." And this guardsman sort of walks out, and this procession of different guards sort of follows along. And you see that there are a lot of guards outside now. And there's immediately the entire tavern is just filled with muttering and whispers and quite a bit of dissent.
One should imagine. Interrupted drink. We're gonna miss happy hour.
At the moment, it's around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, by the way.
We're gonna miss afternoon happy hour.
Quick, get your drinks in while you can.
Around the table, please.
Yeah, you see a bartender sort of walk over with a tray of mugs for you all. Tray of beer steins. That's the word I was looking for.
It makes
And,
that sound.
So, and Daranax kind of looks around and says, "If I were you, I'd make myself scarce, as I'm going to." And she takes a big swig of what looks to be a relatively large glass of just straight up vodka. Slams it down on the table, places 2 gold coins, gets up, and walks out.
Bye.
Well, that was disheartening as an interaction as a whole for me.
Quite a fascinating conversation, though.
Just give you a hug, little buddy. It's okay. We'll figure this out. We might have to kill you a little bit, but then we'll be okay.
I feel like there might be more to it, unfortunately.
Well,
I guess now, while everyone's having drinks, I'll start reading through the whole contract.
Okay, so
it was a start.
you notice you unfurl the contract, and it is a long contract. Like, it's good, like 8 to 9 feet of rolled paper at the very least, and it's not thin paper. It's like this thick vellum contract. And you look through it, and you notice, the first thing you notice is there's a lot of small annotations and bits of paper that you can unfold out of it that point to very specific clauses and everything. And these seem to be Blackwood's notes. You look through all of this, and you notice that the first section of the contract, the first sort of foot of page, is grey. Like, the entire page is just kind of grey. And it seems to be that section of the contract has been fulfilled. And you also notice a small piece written at the end of that at the end of that piece of the contract, which states, "In the event of the death of the first holder of this contract, their soul is forfeit to Asmodeus."
Yeah, that stands.
And you kind of infer that the reason that Asmodeus stated that Gabriel Blackwood's debt was paid is because his soul was used to pay his debt. The first section of the contract kind of outlays that Lord Gabriel Blackwood is to spread the influence of the Lord of the Nine Hells throughout the mortal lands, as far-reaching as possible. It's a little more specific than that, but that entire section is basically grayed out. The contract is divided into 6 sections, 1 foot of contract each. The second section states, "The holder of this contract, in return for assisting the Lord of Hell, or the Lord of the Nine Hells, with his expansion operations, and the growth of the churches and temples of the Lord of the Nine Hells, will be rewarded with a summary amount of income in mortal coin for a period of up to 6 years." And you notice that there is a date that starts on this contract. And the contract is dated to about 3 years ago. Thusly giving you that sort of extra 3-year expiry time period.
So, in exchange for financing churches of the Lord of the Nine Hells, you basically get compensation. Seems relatively
pocket money.
straightforward. The compensation is around 150 gold a month, which is pretty good, actually. The third section states, in the event of the first party, aka you, being assaulted or on the brink of death, you may summon Asmodeus or one of his servants to assist you on your in your endeavors. If you do, 1/4 of your soul is forfeit to Asmodeus.
Just a quarter?
Just a quarter. But it also states, every time you request this assistance, it ramps up. Request it 4 times, your entire soul is forfeit, basically. Section 4. In return for assisting Asmodeus, and these last 2 sections seem to be the optional sections, or these last 3 sections, I should say, because requesting assistance essentially means that you will ask for assistance, but in return you pay something with your soul. The last 2 sections kind of state something similar. If you do X and Y thing, if you request X and Y thing, you will grant a portion of your soul. But the 5th section states, in exchange for destroying symbols of the Septim, i.e. the 7 major quote-unquote good gods, the Dark Lord of the Nine Hells, Asmodeus, will grant the bearer of this contract boons. Doesn't state specifically what those boons might be. It just says boons. But you do also note that there is a slightly larger sort of fold-out piece of paper that has been added on by Lord Gabriel Blackwood that you can't pull off, so it seems to be part of the contract itself. That states, these boons may include, but are not limited to, weaponry, items, spells, general knowledge of the world, assistance in times of need, not related to clause number 3, etc., etc. It's an extensive list, basically, that Lord Gabriel Blackwood has kind of gone, hold on a minute, this is very vague, let me write this out, sort of thing. So it seems that this contract itself has been written by Asmodeus, but then amended by Lord Blackwood. Because otherwise Asmodeus would not have gone for a contract at all. The last section states, in no uncertain terms, upon this contract will be written the names of 400 souls. And you open up this big fold-out section, and you see 400 names written, scribbled neatly down in pen. If this section of the contract is not completed within the 6-year period since its inception, these 400 souls and the bearer of this contract will be forfeit to the Lord of the Nine Hells, Asmodeus. In order to complete this contract, the bearer of this contract must, and this is where it gets interesting, destroy the heart of the Wandering Library.
Oh!
Ah,
And, it also states, must also ensure the eradication of all knowledge within the library's walls.
that
That might be something that the
that
librarian...
explains a fair bit.
Yeah.
And at the bottom, in a tiny little fine print, it states, if the bearer of this contract is slain before the completion of the contract, his soul is forfeit to the Dark Lord of the Nine Hells, Asmodeus.
Okay.
You good, librarian?
I think you have to kill me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But my soul will probably be forfeit, so I'm not coming back.
Ah.
Turns out Gabriel wanted to destroy the library because it completes this contract and saves his and the 400 other people on this contract from having their souls given up to Asmodeus.
I will
I'm
note,
presuming it was mainly
you're,
concerned about his
as
own
you're
therapy, yes?
leafing through the annotations and additions that Lord Gabriel Blackwood has put in here, there is a clause next to this section of the contract that states, that's sort of just after the section that states, and the destruction of all knowledge within the library. It also states, with exception to any knowledge or items found within the library that the bearer of this contract may deem worthy or required for their future endeavors.
That's not so bad. For you, that's everything.
Yeah. I would still need to destroy the heart, though.
Yeah. I mean, could the... I don't know how your weird extra-dimensional wandering library thing works. Can the heart be remade? Fixed?
The library was made a very, very long time ago, and I don't think I would have it in me to destroy it, let's put it that way. They're not just a thing, you know, they're a person.
The library is a person?
As far back as I can remember, I've had to look after her.
Who is she?
I mean, she's just the library that's... I think
Only
she's
a
the
wisdom
library.
saving throw, librarian.
Oh dear. We've
I
activated
love
your-
causing the librarian to
activated
have
your
wisdom
lore
saving
problems.
throws. Remember things!
I got a 21.
21.
Not bad.
Okay. You feel a sharp, stinging pain in your temples, and for a moment, you're taken aback. The question, who is she, sort of sits in your mind for a second. You see faint flutters, red dress, pale skin, golden blue eyes.
Who is she? Who is she to you? Who are you? What is... Where does this memory come from?
I think she's my daughter.
Your memory, the fog, the deep, dark fog that has been consuming it for decades, eons at this point, centuries of time, for a brief moment lifts. You're walking... That was the worst
Looking at you.
interruption I've-
Got it.
You're walking through a field. No, you're running through a forest. No, you're stumbling through a gateway into a cobbled city. You're standing in a laboratory of some sort. There's people around you, but you're alone. But there's hundreds of voices, but there's silence. And you see at the center of this white-paneled room, this large, almost incomprehensibly massive structure. It looks like a man, but where the chest cavity should be, there is nothing there. There is simply a chair, a throne, etched in silver runes. But it is empty, and barren, and cold, and lifeless. And in this room, in this great cavernous room that stretches out before you, you see death. Hundreds of corpses piled high above one another. Almost a staircase that rises to the chest of this great creature, of this being of strange construction. And you see, climbing those corpses of steps, you see a familiar blue cloak with golden sigils, a large overarching star-spangled hat, a great long beard, a staff that every time it sinks into a step, you see blood start to pool out from around the tip and run down the side of this staircase. This elderly figure walking up these stairs, holding the hand of a small, frail-looking child in a red dress. And he walks to the top of these stairs as you watch, helpless. And he stands behind the chair and gestures for the child to sit. And suddenly your vision blacks out, and you come back to in the warm, candlelit room of the Pillar Stoop Tavern. The figure was unmistakably that of Edric Vox.
You told me you could save her. I didn't know what else to do. The library is my daughter, Dulia.
And I think we're going to have to kill you. Or we need to go to the 9th layer of hell and kill its king.
I vote Plan B.
Either way, I'll either die trying or succeed, so I go for not leaving her again.
We've got time.
Fuck! Librarian! Point it to Hug!
We have 3 years to kill the Lord of the Nine Hells. I'm up for the challenge.
Yeah, have my abs.
Thanks for that. I'm just gonna
It's like
tap
you
the
have my
window.
sword. It's like you have my sword, but you have my abs. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's kind of like a donk sound as I hit the glass of the ab window.
Let's start with a princess, though. I guess. I don't want to. That's a dick thing to say. Never mind.
We have 3 years to save Julia. It sounds like in order to do this, we're going to need to get a lot more power than we currently have. It might be a good idea to still go and save the princess now. I mean, I don't even have a way of getting back into the library properly yet. I can only go there for really short amounts of time.
Does your daughter like anything in particular? Maybe we could buy her a treat. When you go back.
Everything's fuzzy before that moment. I can barely remember her face. I don't even know who I am, really. What happened after that? There were so many things happening around that time. There was some kind of disaster. I need to find out more information before we can even enter that place, I think. We were running from something, I know, and there was the creator of the library, Edric Vox. I need to find out where he's from, why I was there, where I came from.
So,
And I think I might know who has the information in this city right now.
Oh.
The magic store owner. He has some kind of knowledge about the inner workings of the library, and he wanted something specific. You don't gain that much information about how the library's indexed and organized and how its restriction section works without being there for a long period of time.
Well, then I guess we're paying him a visit.
Okay.
So, where are you headed?
I'm gonna go to the magic shop, maybe, if everyone's on board with that.
Yeah,
I
let's
know I
go
kind of
to-
like accidentally derailed the objective,
Oh.
so
Can we just quickly like swing by the barkeeper and do a little hot goss check to see if anyone knows anything about this princess?
yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Roll me
I'm
a
really
persuasion
sorry to go on about what's her name again?
So the princess's name is Adna de Ferren.
Adna de Ferren. She is one of the 2 young children.
She is one of the 2 youngest daughters of the deceased king.
deceased king, and the son is too young to be king currently, so there is a guy...
A High Regent. Called
A High Regent.
Disasterous, yes.
Right, yeah.
So Prince Edric de Ferran, who is 17. Then
Actually,
you
I
have
really
Princess
don't want to kiss any of these
Adna
princesses.
de Ferran, who is 15, and Princess Evelyn de Ferran, who is 13. But none
Okay,
of them are old enough to rule, which is why there's a High Regent.
I retract my statement about the princesses. I retract my statement
Probably a good
about
idea.
princesses. I retract my statement about the princesses.
This is the press conference.
But yeah, roll me a persuasion check with the bartender.
Cool. He's... Oh, where was the orc guy? I thought I could connect with the orc guy. No, that's a tiefling. Never mind.
Oh yeah, do I at least get my 150 gold for this month? Do I need to like do something first?
Yeah, do we need to organize that with your bank?
Yeah, do I get a direct debit or is it more of like a cash app thing?
Are you within range of the anti-magic orb right now?
Probably not. I'm kind of mulling around. I wouldn't go right
Okay.
up to the bar with Prod.
As you're walking around, you feel your purse get slightly heavier.
Hey, I just got my infernal whore money, guys.
I mean, sugar daddy's gotta be good for something.
Yeah, I guess.
A demon daddy? No, a glue.
Are there any idols of the septum around I can just kind of smash up and get, I don't know, the fucking fireball ring?
I rolled a 9 in persuasion. Did you ask me to roll persuasion?
Yes.
Not anything better. I
I
don't
asked you to
know.
roll persuasion. Unless you're actively trying to deceive this man.
No.
Then persuasion it is.
Performance.
It's not... Hmm?
Performance, maybe.
How are you...
I'm
Okay, here's the question. How are you trying to get this information?
I'm going.
Jazz hands.
You're going what?
Me and my fellow adventurers are looking for. Me and my fellow adventurers, who are so cool,
Noticed you from across the bar.
are gonna try and save this princess, because we're adventurers. Any idea who might be up for a kidnapping? I mean, not that I want to
Bartender
kidnap.
looks at you
Look, Alfie can't English.
and goes,
I'm gonna cut you off for the night, alright, buddy? There's no more drinking for you tonight.
and he
Like 4 in the afternoon.
pulls your mug away from you.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
that's fair
Elfie, but...
Thing is, I can't talk, right? So Prod's never gonna be able to talk.
But you rolled low on persuasion, and the way you acted that out, he's just like,
That was a low persuasion.
this man is so drunk right now. I'm just gonna cut you off from your drink.
Valid. Someone else talk. He slinks back to the table with the tail between his legs, like, let's go. Although, can I get a fireball for my friend? It's not me, I promise. He's just had some pretty tough news.
The bartender just kind of sighs, pours out a drink, and slides it over to you. Says, no more!
And not for me! It's for him!
It's for me.
Librarian.
I'm very sad.
There's a fire whiskey.
Oh, thank you.
Don't you have to roll something so you don't breathe fire everywhere?
Yeah, on the floor.
Constitution.
19.
Yeah, you down that with no problem.
A plus. Oh wait, yeah, because I actually have a proficiency bonus on Constitution rolls explicitly for this reason.
Let's go to the guy then.
Going to the magic shop, are you?
Yep.
Yep.
Apparently a little bit tipsy.
I'm sober as the day is long, so
But also it's probably about 4 o'clock or later
Yeah.
now.
It's around about.
So
4
let-
o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, let's make this one a quick. Let's make it a quickie.
Yeah,
You're gonna have a quickie in the magic shop.
A
Got
quickie
it.
in the magic shop.
it is where the magic happens.
Sometimes I wish it wouldn't.
Okay, so you get to the magic shop. The sign says open.
Open the door. Let's go in.
I'm gonna go in first because I'm the best with the social things apparently, and also I'm the most sober at the moment.
Okay.
I have a +6 to charisma. I'm pretty good at socials.
So you enter into the expanse of Ekron's Wonder Emporium, and he turns around and goes, "Ah, my friends, you're very good patrons. Weren't you here yesterday and the day before? And I'm not going to complain."
We have some very specific needs right now. In fact, we have need of some very specific information from you.
Information, you say? Well, I'll do my best to help you for a summary compensation.
What do you know?
I
about the
feel
Wonder
like I
Library?
gave you forbidden material, and it's kind of worth a lot more than that one thing you gave me, but sure, I'll throw a couple gold your way. What do you know about the library and how it was created and where it was created?
Ekron looks taken aback and sort of looks around furtively and taps his claw on the top of the counter. And how many of you are in the shop at the moment?
I think all of us.
All of you?
No,
Ingvar,
you've
does
given it to
that
me.
Ingvar, does that include you?
Aye. I'm here.
He taps his claw on the counter and the doors immediately slam shut, and he sort of leans in towards you and goes, "Why do you want to know?"
I have gaps in my memory from before I became the librarian, and I get flashes sometimes that restore them, but I can't wait that long. I'm now in much more of a hurry than I thought I was previously, so I need to know everything you know about the library.
He sort of looks around quickly, thinks for a second, and then goes, The library is very dangerous, and many of us who used to be members of the staff of the library are no longer, for various reasons. If you carry an index, so I know that I can trust you with this knowledge, but I also know what the library does to people. So please tell me, what is the last thing you remember from the library? Before you left.
I remember sorting books, and the most recent flashback was a tower of corpses while my only daughter was led to a silver throne by Sir Edric Fox.
Not great. You're... Okay. Right, look. I used to be a member of the archives of the library. The library was created by Archmage Edric Vox during the Second Age. It was a cornerstone of the Praxis City of Magic, which was destroyed during the Second Cataclysm by Dragonfire, among other things, but mostly dragons. You, by the sounds of it, are the last head librarian. And you are meant to have been dead for over 800 years. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Do you know anything about the construction of the library and what happened to my daughter?
I'm afraid not. The construction of the library was an incredibly closely guarded secret. Only the high mages of Praxis knew anything about it. Those of us that worked there, we found small hints of what may have gone on there, but I'm afraid that very few of us are even alive anymore to tell those sorts of tales. I was a member of the archives of the library for 100 years or so before I managed to, shall we say, escape its clutches. I wish I could help you more, but the only people who would know anything about the construction of the library are the Archmage, who nobody has seen in centuries, or one of his High Council, which, again, nobody has seen in centuries. As he says this last set of words, he hesitates before saying the words "in centuries."
What are you not telling us?
Ekron sort of looks around and then says, I am simply saying that any member of the High Council of Praxis has not been seen in centuries. And he seems to actively be having trouble saying anything.
What do I see with my
else.
magic vision?
Okay. Over his mouth, as he's saying these words, the specific part is the "in centuries" part. You see, as he says this, small stitches of black magic appear around his beak.
Can I cast Counterspell as a reaction?
You can cast Counterspell regardless. But yes.
Cool. I would like to do that. I cast it at 4th level. Is this above a 4th level spell?
Well, let me quickly check something regarding Counterspell, shall I?
Yep.
Skin. Man,
If it's a curse, then I think I might have remove curse. No, I don't, because I'm an idiot.
Languages. Counterspell. You attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. This would not function for this particular spell. This is not a spell that is being cast at the moment. It is a perhaps curse that has been placed on this person a long time ago.
Okay, so this would be
You
more
would
a
need
remove
Dispel
curse or
Magic.
dispel. Yeah, dispel magic. Got it. So this stops them from speaking about it.
Or more specifically, this redirects them from saying the truth about the matter.
Ekron, could you write down something for me?
Ekron sort of nods.
When was the last High Mage seen? Just write down your answer.
Ekron sort of looks around for a moment before picking up not a quill, but a small piece of chalk. No, not chalk, charcoal. And he sort of paws around before he pulls out what's essentially a piece of fabric, no paper, before writing down a single number, which is 15.
And where were they sighted?
He starts writing, and as he starts writing this word out, he gets through 3 letters before you notice that small threads start to bind his fingers and talons together. But he gets through N, E, and K.
They're in fucking Ekron, aren't they?
What?
Oh wait, no, it's the Necroneer.
Necroneer is the name of the city. Ekron is the name of the vendor.
Yeah, the vendor. I'm like, Ekron? Why did I think there was a city called Ekron? That's the name of the shopkeeper, anyway. So they said E-N-K, right?
N-E-K.
N-E-K. So it's Necroneer, sorry. Properly,
Very
it's a
possibly.
Necroneer.
It seems that whatever magic is preventing Ekron from speaking about this is adapting to their methods of communication.
Okay, well, let's think of an easy way around this. I pull out the severed arm I've been carrying. Does this belong to them?
Ekron kind of looks at it for a second, and then shakes his head.
Oh, okay, good. At least it's not the High Villainess or whatever.
He looks disgusted. And he goes, "No, I don't know who that belongs to, but no." 15. 1-5.
Very interesting number that's happening a lot.
Is it?
Well, it's also the number of years I've been missing.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know if that's a coincidence.
I
It probably
forgot about
is.
Just like the number 15, apparently, is like a time period.
A time period.
Love 15, my favorite number of years.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I think I'm understanding. They were spotted 15 years ago in Necroneer. Probably. I think that's the only city on the map that begins with an N-E-K.
It's one of the few you know of that does.
Also seems to be a high point of contention at the moment. Did you know where they would have put any notes aside from just... You clearly have knowledge of the restricted section of the library, otherwise you wouldn't have asked for something as, you know, potent as that book. You wouldn't happen to know of any knowledge caches of the High Mages or something like that?
Ekron sort of sits on one hand for a moment and then says, "Nothing that wasn't destroyed during the fall of Praxis. And that was centuries ago. I'm sorry."
Okay, well, thank you for your help. It's been very good. You should really try and get that curse removed when you can. I'm sure there's some priests that are about still that may be able to
Ekron
help.
looks at you and smiles sadly. Says, "Yes. One day."
Now, if there's nothing else.
I mean, while we're here,
My
Yeah,
shop
your,
is
your
at your
coin purse
disposal.
is mysteriously heavier now, isn't it?
my coin purse seems to have grown a little bit through good investments and nothing else.
Roll me a deception check. As Ekron rolls an insight with a 21.
It's 13.
Yeah, he can tell you're lying.
Oh no, Magic Shophone has probably never taken dirty money before.
He doesn't care. He can tell you're lying. He doesn't care.
Oh, okay then. What can I get for about, I don't know, 1,000 gold?
Ekron sort of raises an eyebrow and goes, "What are you looking for?"
Something that's really good against infernals, maybe. Or necromancers.
Infernals. Necromancers. Well, I might have a few things, but I'm afraid nothing for a magic user like yourself. Mostly blades or holy arrows and the like.
I'm very okay with paying for things from my friends, so what do you have? Also, Pront, did you want to say something? Sorry, I've been talking for a while.
Yes, sorry. I produced the anti-magic stone and go, hey, do you have anything I could keep this in that would stop it being a 10-foot radius that I could just, like, pop open,
Are you
know?
actually pushing it forward towards him?
Yeah,
From
I'm
where
like,
you are?
hey, dude! I'm freaking him out, but I don't know I'm freaking him out, but I'm
Wait,
like, yeah, look
did
at
this
this!
fuck up the curse?
That's my fault.
As you push it towards him, he vanishes.
Oh,
Along
no.
with most of his shop.
Oh.
Put it back!
You
Sorry.
push
You
a lot
pull
of
it back and his
magical.
counter reappears as well as him and other parts of the shop. But the 10-foot area that is around you is just empty floor.
I'll go out. Have you got it? Probably not, I'm guessing, but anything I can keep this in?
Ekron is going to very quickly...
Dude, I'm sorry, I'm back here. I'm back here, and
Yes,
I'm like,
that's 20. Okay.
Hi, dude.
Ekron looks towards you as you pull back and you come back into view for him, and looks at the bauble that you're holding and says, "Twist it twice clockwise."
oh!
And
Neat.
you
What'll I
watch
still
as
feature?
the area around you turns back into Ekron's shop instead of just bare flooring.
Wow, sick! So you do it the other way, and then I'm guessing the anti-magic orb gets bigger.
Ekron nods at you.
Ah, I start playing with it like a woo!
How far do you twist it?
Only like 5 feet, and I just constantly back and forth with 5 feet of like
no.
woo!
My question is,
Please
how
stop
many
playing with
times
the
do you
weave.
twist it? How many
Sorry.
times do you twist it clockwise? Not how far out do you make the sphere go. How many times do you twist it clockwise?
Well, anti-clockwise it would be, 'cause,
Anti-clockwise
like,
was to turn it off, so clockwise
Okay.
is to turn it on.
just one clockwise.
One revolution clockwise. The sphere expands to about 20 feet, and most of the shop disappears.
Twice back!
Okay, so yeah, then it turns to about then it turns to 0 basically.
Do we need to take that orb off you?
Mayhaps.
No, this is my new favorite toy! I'm gonna go outside and play with this.
You're gonna magic the doors
Or
away.
that could
We'll be
have
trapped
I
in
also
here.
need you to roll me a d20, by the way, Elfin.
Me?
For activating that
Okay.
again.
You know what? Actually,
And you, for the moment, you need to roll above a 5.
wee! Can someone else, fuck's sake.
Uh-oh.
Is there a modifier? Please tell me there's a
Not for
modifier.
This is a
Oh,
luck.
no.
Can I do it with advantage because I'm a good boy?
No, this is a luck thing. As you twist it, as you start twisting it open and closed a lot, you
A lot,
notice
just a
that the
little
top
bit.
of it starts to crack.
I leave it alone.
Okay. So it's slightly damaged now.
A kiss.
So as a note, because you've used it a little bit now and you kind of know what's going on. Every time you activate it, there is a 1 in 20 chance that it will get damaged.
Okay.
It was at 5 out of 20, so anything below a 5 would have damaged it. Now it's at 6, so anything below a 6 causes damage. Once it hits 10, it breaks. Completely.
Oh, that might be an issue.
It is
You know what?
repairable if you
Ah.
have the skill and knowledge and pieces.
If only we had someone who had any of that.
I mean,
Wait a minute.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Also, I stick my head in the door. Does this mean you're made of magic?
I think it's
Ekron
It's a
just sort
magic
of
shop.
looks at you and goes, something like that.
Ah, that's nice. Let's go.
You did notice that the one thing that stayed intact when you made most of his shop disappear was the counter. The counter was still there. Everything else inside just disappeared.
Would that
Yeah,
mean we put the counter in a bag of holding?
Don't-
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, anyway. You were asking about various items. I'll summarize very quickly for you. He has 5 arrows of holy damage. So they're essentially mistletoe arrows dipped in holy water. And they're pretty powerful, but they're around about 150 gold each. So they're pretty expensive as well. He has a sword called he has a sword called the he has a sword called the Necrodancer.
Are you sure the fever hasn't hit you?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably. He has a sword called the Necrodancer, which is apparently quite good against undead. And he has a set of daggers that aren't particularly designed to go against anything in particular, but they do lightning damage. A pair of daggers that do lightning damage.
Okay, I mean,
Because they are electric.
laser daggers are fun.
But
they
yeah,
do bonus
the
damage
holy
second
arrows are 150 gold each. The Necrodancer is about 450 gold. And the lightning daggers are about 300 gold.
Is the Necrodancer a short sword or a long sword?
It is a great sword.
Oh, balls.
So that's probably prod.
Probably
The
gets all
necro-
toys.
Big sword.
What does the Necrodancer do again?
The Necrodancer, when used against undead enemies, as a base, it does a decent amount of damage. But when used against undead enemies, there is a when you attack an enemy, you roll a d10.
On a 1 to 9, it basically does nothing. On a 10, you gain control of that undead enemy.
That feels like it might be good in a boss fight.
But
Also
it's,
going to a
it's
city called
chance-based
Nectarine.
thing. So, essentially, if you attack an enemy and you roll a 10, you essentially place the what's the word? A charm monster, command monster effect on that enemy if you roll a 10 when you attack it. But it has to be an undead enemy, basically.
Mhm.
And it is a greatsword.
I think greatswords do a shit ton of damage as well.
They
just
do a
base.
shit ton of damage, yes.
Yeah, should we just get the greatsword? And some holy arrows? Do we want lightning daggers as well? I think we got like a lot of money from the Blackwood raid, so we could probably afford it all if we used our money.
I don't have a.
Bearing
I'm
in
not
mind
my-
that you
my
also
wealth
got a
left
few
yet.
different things from the Blackwood vault.
That we did, including that lovely bowl that we should probably take off prod.
And the Blade Dancer, when dagger and short sword combination that you now have, Darren.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, it's up to you guys.
You have like a ring of spell storing or something?
Ekron kind of looks through a few things and goes, not a ring of spell storing. I do have this, and he holds up a little ring with 2 serpent heads on it.
What does that do?
This is a twin spell ring.
I would like the ring.
All right, that's about 950 gold.
So, team, gang, that is all of my money. So just to confirm, I will not be able to help pay for things after I get this dope ring.
I'm sure
I mean-
that's absolutely fine. We can cover our expenses for inns and whatnot. My brain forgot what the fuck a word for him was there for a second.
I mean, I'll put my 50 platinum towards it, so
500
you're
gold.
not broke. Yeah.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm just saying like I won't be able to help with the axe or the sword cost is all. In case people didn't want to spend that much.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm okay to spend all my money on this. It's alright. I have an infernal sugar father now.
You'll get it back eventually.
I have pocket money.
Yeah,
Sugar
up to
money.
you.
Just to confirm, I'm just looking up the Ring of Twin spell now. I'm presuming you're using the actual like effect on it, right?
Yes.
It's just like
It's
metamagic
just a
twin
normal
spell.
Ring of Twin spell, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do want this. This is very
Okay.
useful.
Subtract it and add to your item pool.
So how much was that again? 900 and something?
950.
950, thank you.
Do I have anything that we haven't like identified yet? Like, what all was my take from that that heist, as it were? I know there was the swords.
You do, probably, but also we're like 3 hours into the session, and we're probably
Yeah,
going to
fair,
wrap
fair,
it up
fair, fair.
relatively soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, Twin Spell Ring, are you guys buying anything else? Or did you get everything you wanted?
Have you got any new arrow supplies?
Other
The
than
holy
the
arrows?
150
Apart from the
gold
holy
each
arrows.
holy arrows, no.
No, that's fine then.
Elfie?
No. I'm not spending my money right now.
Okay. Darren?
I will hold my inquiries to next session.
Okay,
We'll be here.
that is fine then. In that case, ladies and gentlemen, and all variations thereof, thank you very much for joining us this evening. I hope you all had fun. I certainly did. I do love traumatizing my players. But yeah, thank you all very much for joining us this evening. I hope you all enjoyed. We are going to go raid Fionn, who's currently playing Nightingale, which is immediately why I'm going to raid them. But yeah. Thank you all very much for joining us, everybody. Have a very good evening and a very good night, and we'll see you all next time! Ooh, I can't wait.
Oh no.
Oh, this is gonna be wonderful.
I now
Bye-bye,
have the
everybody.
stupidest combo.
Oh.
So you know how I've been using my Metamagic Initiate to basically